Hello, I'm Davia Chambers and this is Let's Talk Tobago. Today we're at Villa Indra in Lowlands, one of 3 home-styled villas on the island owned by the Budurams. This place offers 8 apartments that can be easily merged by double doors to turn into one big accommodation. It's perfect for retreats, family reunions and weddings. It even has a jacuzzi. For the owners, the aim is to provide guests with a home away from home. We'll show you how they accomplish this as we explore more of this villa. But first, let's tell you what's happening in our stories this week. Over 70 persons receive financial help to build their homes, a fishing tournament that also teaches safety, and we'll tell you who won the Band of the Year title in Tobago. You're viewing Let's Talk Tobago. Thanks for joining us at Villa Indra in Lowlands. This place is ideally suited for persons looking for a relaxing getaway. It's tucked away from the hustle but close enough for an easy commute to, say, the mall or even a visit to the city. It also has an outdoor cooking area adjacent to the pool and the seating area, which makes it ideal for large groups that might want to host a lime. But not everyone can afford a getaway to places like this. In fact, there are those who simply don't have a home. On the island, though, there are a number of programs that can help Tobagonians in these circumstances. In fact, those who live in places that aren't in the best of conditions can also get assistance. Let's meet some who've benefited.
This land is bare now, but a few months ago a wooden structure stood here and Sherland Cole called it home. But it had to be knocked down, leaving him without a place. This will change though, because he's got help to build in its place a concrete 2-bedroom house. Sherland received his first tranche of funds, over $17,000 in the first check distribution of the year by the Division of Settlements and Labor. He was the only person to receive funds in the beneficiary-owned land category.
I'm grateful having this check, and it's a good thing all they're doing. A good thing they're doing.
15 persons received checks in the Home Improvement Subsidy, 22 in the Home Completion Program, and 33 people in the Home Improvement Grant Group. Mr. Benjamin is one of the beneficiaries who will be improving his home.
Right now I want my porch area to finish up and, fix up and put this together, put that together, and make sure everything complete.
Over $600,000 was distributed to 71 recipients in this latest check distribution. The secretary in the division, Dion Isaac, says it's the Assembly's way of improving the standard of living of Tobagonians. And next on the agenda, a public awareness campaign to spread the word about the various grants and subsidies programs that are available. I'm Caroline Wallace for Let's Talk Tobago.
It's no longer dominating the headlines, but Ebola hasn't exactly gone away. The outbreak, which has been described as unlike anything since the emergence of HIV/AIDS, continues to leave its stain on Africa. And although it might seem far away from here, Tobago is not taking any chances. This island is doing all in its power to reduce the possibility of the disease reaching our shores. But just in case it does, Omadara Mills has the story on the latest plan to ensure Tobago can cope.
This is what healthcare professionals in Tobago will have to wear if they're to deal with people who may be infected with the Ebola virus. More than 5,000 people, mainly from Africa, died from the disease. And even though it seems far away, today's global community makes this island vulnerable. So continuous training is important.
The reality is, in today's world, the infectious disease is a part of what we have to prepare for at all times. And it couldn't be more relevant in Tobago right now with the carnival season and the peak of the Tobago tourism industry, as well as even the recent flight addition to Brazil that has been added to Tobago.
In taking precautionary measures, the Tobago Emergency Management Agency facilitated the training of 24 healthcare and emergency responders in personal protective equipment, PPE. This means that they now know what to wear and how they should dress in case of an Ebola outbreak.
The proficiency level that we aim at through this training session will allow you to practice and go through the rudiments of your training in such a way that the necessary PPE, the donging and the doffing, you will be adept at it. You will be good at it. You will know exactly how to perform and how to treat with this threat.
But the training isn't just for those in this room.
Healthcare providers will be at the forefront of all of this. So those who are trained today, it is the intention that they will take that training back to be able to impart the knowledge to their fellow workers.
The workshop will be ongoing with follow-up drills and more advanced sessions in disaster training life support skills. I'm Umadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
Switching gears, let's tell you the President of the Republic made his way to Tobago, the eastern part of the island in particular, to meet with students from 5 schools. Here's how that turned out.
The siren signaling the President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, Anthony Carmona, is on his way. The students of Delaford RC Primary School, Delaford Anglican, Speyside Anglican, Charlotteville Methodist and Charlotteville Estate Primary ready to meet him. Mr. Carmona made his way through the schools, meeting all of the students. These visits are an initiative of his since taking office. The intention is to interact with every child of school age. He hopes they'll take away from it the value to country and the importance of doing the right thing, because it's the right thing to do. During his stops at the Tobago schools, he had a special message for the older students in particular.
Listen, this is it. No nonsense. Serious business. In other words, for the next 3 months or so, you have to put your head down. Okay? In other words, you have to cut down on the amount of television you're watching. You have to cut down on the amount of playtime.
He also urged all of the Standard 5 students to retain the positive qualities taught by their teachers as they move on to secondary school.
In other words, when you go to big school, continue to be kind. Continue to be appreciative of people. Continue to be giving. Do not become selfish. If in fact you are strong, you must help the weak. Do not become a bully. Because at Delaford we don't train people to be bullies.
The students all receive wristbands. The royal blue with gold are symbolic because they're the presidential colors and they carry the presidential wreath and the last line of the pledge. A pledge which the president asks the students to recite at the end of each visit.
I promise my parents, my teachers, my friends, my church, and my nation.
I'm Melissa Crosby for Let's Talk Tobago.
It's time to take a break, but stay with us for details about a fishing tournament that teaches safety. Welcome back to Let's Talk Tobago. Thanks for staying with us at Villa Indra in Lowlands. This place is often the host of weddings, the ceremony, the reception, and even the base for the bridal party to get ready. Right where I'm standing is usually the main area for the festivities, with many brides even opting to be married over the pool on a platform. The size and the ambience makes this villa just right for an intimate setting. Additionally, this villa caters for pastors and their wives on ministry trips to the island free of charge. But let's leave it here for now to turn our attention to an important aspect of our jobs. As you may know, the Occupational Health and Safety Act was proclaimed back in 2006. The idea was to broaden the scope for dealing with work-related accidents, injuries, and health hazards. But this is not the sole responsibility of employers. We too have a duty, which is why in Tobago, there's now an initiative geared towards getting workers involved. Here's what's being done and why it's so important.
These are some things that you can do to stay safe and guard your health so that you can be productive and employed for a long time. And there's much more. So this year, the Occupational Health and Safety Department will be rewarding those who advocate for safer and healthier work environments through its Individual of the Year award.
It is designed to identify the individual who would have made the greatest contribution to the development and for the improvement of safety and health in the work environment.
It's not just one award. Several people will get the chance to be recognized for their efforts in making the workplace safer, since there are 3 categories. These include a recognition certificate, a commendation certificate and plaque, and the THA award. And here's some of what people can do to be nominated.
We either focus on trying to change the culture, focus on encouraging the safety committee to do work, the type of work that is necessary to carry out inspections, to do investigations, to do risk assessments and things like that. Or you might try to get a particular area within a division to do things that will ensure that all the workers are safe.
At the end of the day, the Occupational Health and Safety Department is aiming to transform the workplace and make it a much safer place. This should reduce accidents, ill health, and the chances of litigation against the THA. Know someone who embodies these traits? Then pick up a nomination form at the OSH department in Spring Garden. Submissions have to be sent in 3 weeks before National Safety Week, which is the first week of April. The awards will be given out at the opening ceremony of the National Safety Week. I'm Umadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
The skills of fishermen will be tested come this March as they prepare to participate in the commercial fishing tournaments. You'll be forgiven if you think you missed the last one, but there was a 1-year hiatus. This year, as it returns, the organizers made major improvements which will see the competition run for 3 months. Wondering how this will pan out? We have all the details in this report.
A $250,000 champagne-colored brand new Mazda truck could be yours. Well, that's only if you're a fisherman and you register for this year's commercial fishing tournament, but it won't be an easy win. This year, the tournament has been revamped and now focuses on 2 main things: safety at sea and, of course, the heaviest catch.
The points will be allocated over a 3-month period, and additionally there will be 2 intense days of fishing in the month of June. Now, each month, people will be judged randomly, and therefore the judges will come to determine whether you have taken to sea safety equipment, whether your boat is sanitary, whether you had navigation equipment on board.
Mr. Holmes believes this format is perfect for the competition because safety at sea is a major issue on the island. It's also part of the reason the tournament is putting emphasis on development of their skills on and off their boats.
I think we have seen fishermen really come a long way since we first started. That first year we gave a 25 cubic freezer that Dodgers Island won as the first prize. Now we are offering a 250,000 vehicle as the first prize. And in that first year, we had fishermen who could not eat with knife and fork, who came with short pans and hat on the head, and now our fishermen come dressed to impress.
The second and third place prizes are new fishing pirogues and engines. The competition runs from March 1st to June 17th. The organizers hope that participation in this tournament leads to improved fishing practices. I am Keyshawn Wilson for Let's Talk Tobago.
Staying with the agriculture theme, we're turning our attention to what may seem a trivial subject but can actually help to reduce the amount of food we import. It's an item that's used in many of our foods and contains nutrients that keep our bodies strong. Fitness buffs also swear it's critical to building lean muscles. Sure, it's not the sexiest of topics, but there are great benefits for Tobago. Here's why.
Whether by itself or in various foods such as these, eggs are a major ingredient in our diet. So it's not surprising that at the Louis d'Or demonstration station there's a high demand. Last year, just over 150,000 eggs were purchased, a supply that's possible because there's an additional chicken building. That unit allowed the workers to introduce more than 700 layers to what they had already. This means that more eggs are being sold. More eggs from this station, which is under the Division of Agriculture, Marine Affairs, Marketing and the Environment, also equals more supplies for customers.
It has increased food security drastically, especially on this end. Now, at Louis d'Or, we not only service the persons in the area, but we service people throughout Tobago, and by extension we have persons coming from Trinidad to purchase eggs.
And customers can save by coming to the Louis d'Or station to get their eggs, since they are sold at a cheaper price than the supermarkets.
It's not easy for most to actually go to the supermarkets and to purchase the eggs, but at Louis d'Or we are able to give them the eggs or sell them the eggs at $7 a dozen.
This is but one initiative though. This year there are plans to increase the number of pigs and reintroduce the rabbit unit. These initiatives are part of the division's plan to ensure that Tobago is self-sufficient in terms of food production. I'm Omadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
We're taking another break, but on the other side, in case you missed it, a look at Tobago Carnival. It's also the cure for those of us still nursing a Carnival tabanka.
Small bites equal major consequences. Protect yourself and your loved ones from mosquito-transmitted diseases such as dengue and chikungunya. Take these simple steps. Empty and clean water storage vessels and flower pots, saucers regularly. Clear gutter and nearby bush which may harbor mosquitoes. Install mosquito screens on windows and at other entry points. Use mosquito nets, repellents, and wear long-sleeved clothing. Take action now. Small bites equal major consequences. A message from the Public Health Department. Telephone number 639-5294 or 639-1433.
This is Let's Talk Tobago, and today you're joining us at Villa Indra in Lowlands. It's stocked with all the convenience to ensure your stay on this island is memorable. You can lounge in the pool, the jacuzzi, or the seating area with your favorite book or whatever fancies you. And while we know the Caribbean sun is usually welcomed, for those needing a break when the temperature becomes unbearable, here's good news. The entire villa is air-conditioned. But we're crossing over from here to take you back to Carnival Monday and Tuesday. Now more and more people are going to the east of Tobago, and it's not just for the Argyle Waterfall or Carnival in Roxborough. There's the annual beauty contest and calypso competition that's been going on for more than a decade. Both events seek to highlight the richness of the African heritage and its connection to the island. Omadara Mills has highlights and the results.
Spare the rod and spoil the child.
What you're seeing may be just antics, but it's part of Kenneth Thomas' calypso presentation, Bullying Phenomenon. And that, along with his lyrics and music, allowed him to top 9 other performers in this year's Windward Calypso Monarch competition. Here's a bit of what he sang to get 249 points.
And me fate I'll have to decide. So I went and I learned up some kata. Oh yes, I learned karate. Cause I swear to God on me bending knee, nobody ever nobody not. nobody not pulling.
Second place went to Nicole Thomas with her tribute to the African drums entitled Drums of Hope.
Rain your song, rain your song on me. Play a drum. I see your children weak, they're falling. Drums to make them speak, they're calling. Rain your song on me.
Rounding off the top three positions is Dylan Thomas with his Calypso Counter Strike.
I don't know why I play fast. To tell myself I'm going on fast. Look only 5 days I last. So in retrospect, I play the ass them. Now I see big joke in South. I play the ass them. Why I had to run my mom.
Now the other component of this event is the Windward Afro Queen competition. And this year, 8 ladies ages 17 to 25 years old represented African countries such as Zimbabwe, the Republic of Congo, and Mozambique. In the end, Annalisa Roberts of Betsy's Hope emerged as the winner of the 2015 contest with her presentations of Zambia. In addition to the overall win, she took home special prizes for Miss Photogenic and Spirit of Carnival. Second place went to Janicia Melville of Delaford, who portrayed Egypt, while Andrel Fraser of Argyle took third place. She represented Botswana. This event, which takes place in Roxborough, has been going on for more than 45 years. It is supported by the Division of Community Development and Culture. I'm Omadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
And while Carnival is over and we've officially entered the season of Lent, we're trying to delay our goodbye a little longer. So here goes. It's a look at Kiddies Mass in Tobago. We're reliving the moment and sharing with you highlights from one band in particular which walked away with 3 titles.
Carnival wasn't all about the seniors. Children also came out to play both in Roxborough and in Scarborough. But after all the parading in Roxborough,
the silver represents the aquatic habitat.
They won the large category with 891 points. Zante dancers with their presentation, Birds of a Feather Flock Together, came in second with 803 points, and Chico, Chicas and Friends, Express Yourself, took the third spot. The creative presentation of Remember Pitch by Mass Masters won in the medium band category. Stout Next Generation came second, and the New Wave Designs third. They then moved over to Scarborough. Here, this presentation, Wonders of the Rainbow, took it home for Small Band of the Year.
Do it like a boss. Let me see you.
Stout Next Generation's Legends in Mass won Medium Band of the Year, and the Large Band of the Year went to LM and Associates. LM and Associates, the birthing of the Scarlet Ibis, also won Junior Band of the Year 2015. And that wrapped up Kiddies Carnival 2K15. We'll see who retains these titles come next year. I'm Caroline Wallace for Let's Talk Tobago.
And just before we leave Carnival 2015 behind, we have highlights from the senior parade of the bands on Carnival Monday and Tuesday as they crossed the stage in Roxborough and Scarborough.
Carnival Monday was all about Roxborough. Tuesday was the day for Scarborough. And all Mass couldn't be left out. There were many depictions of happenings of today. But what is Carnival in Tobago without? And That's how the explosion of celebrations on this island for Carnival 2K15 ended. Carnival lovers have already begun the countdown to next year's season that ushers in the greatest show on earth. I'm Melissa Crosby for Let's Talk Tobago.
And it's time to have your say, the segment of our program where we hear from you, our viewers. Now, the new Scarborough Library opens on Monday, February 23rd, and with that, a whole new range of services. There'll be a section that allows parents to sit and read with their children, a room specially designed for the visually impaired. On the first floor, adults will have access to computer literacy and writers' workshops. And there's also a multimedia section with an interactive screen. But this just touches the surface. It's a step into the future, according to the Secretary of the Division of Education, Youth Affairs and Sport. So today we're asking, are you excited about the range of services being offered at the new Scarborough Library? This is what you said.
I'm excited, really excited. As a Tobago child, a true Tobago child, yeah. All I have to say is yeah. Whoa, I am excited.
Students will benefit from whatever field. Of course, you know, technology is available in terms of, you name them, Wi-Fi, the internet, you name it. And library nowadays is not necessarily book, but more technology.
I am happy that it is finally opened, and I do hope that our citizens take advantage of all these services. From what I understand, it is a multitude of services which I think would be very beneficial to not only Tobago students, but also older persons who are willing to get in touch with their reading side and learn more about what our world has to offer.
Yes. Because so long I waited to join the library, and 10 years, because since I was going to school, the library was about to build, and trust me, and I like to see that now that it's built, so I would love to join the library to do stuff.
Children of Tobago could benefit it right now and from beyond, right? Because my grandchildren, everybody will go there and do what they have to do in terms of the lesson and different things, as you say, what on the paper, and thank God that it is over.
The free Wi-Fi, all the services, new services that they're offering, yes, I find it's good. It should help everybody, including, you know, underprivileged children and stuff. So yeah.
It's exciting. We welcome it.
And that's how we bring this week's edition of Let's Talk Tobago to a close. Do remember, you can send us your comments or queries on anything you've seen in this program to information@tha.gov.tt, or you can even visit us at www.tha.gov.tt. Like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm Davia Chambers, and on behalf of all of us at the Department of Information, have a safe and enjoyable week. And as we go, we leave you with some final images of Villa Indra in Lowlands.